YouTube family, what is up? It's Andy Spooner here, and I'm bringing you another awesome workout. Now, I've done a little bit of a video edit and I've put some music over it, and I've tried to mess around with the cameras and just put new things in for you, but we're going to get straight into this workout, and it was awesome. This pull workout is really hard, it's really challenging, it's varied, it's different, it's hitting the back from all angles. You aren't going to perform the same movement twice. Okay, you're going to do something different every single time. So we're starting off with some rear flies, and you're probably asking, why am I doing rear flies on a pull day? Well, this is actually a pull motion. Okay, you still activate your rear delts, you still activate your traps, and you're still focusing on getting a good squeeze in your back. Now, the movement that I'm doing here, I'm really focusing on my rear delts more than anything. So I'm getting to the position where I'm 90 degrees and I'm contracting my rear delts. And this right here, you're holding it for as long as you can, but I can tell you they're going to be friggin' burning. You're going to struggle to hold it very long. Right then, we're moving on to second movement, and we're going seated row. So close grip. Notice my hand position. I've got my thumbs over the bar. It does vary and it does change as I'm going along in the set. I'm just getting different contractions in different areas. I'm really focusing on keeping my posture up. I have got a slight sway in my body, but notice when I go to another angle, I'm not like hunched over. I'm keeping my posture. Once again, playing around with the angles, it's going to fade out a little bit. I've got my hand position, I'm getting my back nice and straight, and I'm focused on pulling with my elbows. I will just say I don't perform reps this quickly. I have sped the video up slightly just so we can shorten the video down but still get great content in there. And once again, notice that the thumbs are over. I'm really focusing on pulling. With this movement here, what I've done, I'm only doing 2 sets, okay? You do 12 reps. That first clip was 12 reps. You then have 10 seconds rest. Then you go back in and you've got to do 24 reps. Okay, it's called the double rep method. Now, I got to the point where I could only do 6 reps without losing my form. So I did 6 reps, I waited 5-10 seconds, then I did another 6, 5-10 seconds, another 6, and then 5-10 seconds, and then I did a final 6. So I did 12, then I did 24 reps. You don't drop the weight, you keep the weight the same. You then have 90 seconds, 2 minutes rest, and you do it all over again. 2 sets of that. So you're hitting roughly 36, you're probably hitting roughly 72 reps on that exercise. Okay, now this is just going to get the intensity up. Alright guys, we're moving on to some single arm bicep curls. And the reason why I'm doing single arm for myself personally, I really struggle to get bicep engagement, and that's due to a shoulder injury or niggle that I'm messing with. I'm trying to sort out, having massages, physiotherapy, just little different things to try and sort it so I can get better engagement of my bicep. But you can see here I'm really trying to keep my shoulders still. It is moving a little bit, and I know that's a criticism of myself, but I'm trying to get as much engagement in my biceps as possible. And I tell you, I'm speaking the next day and I can feel it. Like this has worked. Okay, so just make sure you're doing this correctly. You're keeping the shoulders still as possible. Focus on the bicep doing the work. You don't need to go heavy. I think I was working on 30 pounds and 20 pounds because I was doing a drop set. So 8 to 10 reps on the first weight, and you drop it down. I was doing roughly 15 to 20 reps, just trying to squeeze them out as many as possible, just getting a good contraction on that. Next, we're moving on to a dumbbell shrug. Shrug, you might ask, why are we doing those on a pull workout? Well, it's a pull movement. Plain and simple, it's a pull movement. Alright, camera gets messed up, someone was putting dumbbells on the dumbbell rack. Quickly going on to that point, I know I'm talking quick, but I'm trying to get as much information in for you guys as possible. This is a 12 and 24 rep method again, so double rep method. When you're in the gym, okay, I want to touch on this point. When you're in the gym and I'm filming, and you know what, some people probably get really annoyed when they see a camera on, they don't want to get in the way, they're having to move around you. You can kind of get a little bit annoyed by it. So for me personally, if someone walks in front of the camera, they walk in front of the camera. I don't get annoyed with it, I don't get frustrated, I don't try and reshoot the angle, I'll just work around it, okay? Because at the end of the day, if I'm videoing and I'm in their facility as well, they've got just as much right to be there as I have. So just remember guys, just be aware of everyone else, okay? Be accepting of everyone else. Now we did 12 and 24 reps on this exercise. And I can tell you, if you do 2 sets of that, you are going to feel a squeeze in those traps. Okay, we've done 2 movements for the traps and rear delts, and we're now moving on to another pull movement. So going into the lat pull down, I was trying to throw a pause rep in here. Now because it's sped up just slightly, you can't quite see the pause, but as I'm pulling down, I'm holding with the bar underneath my chin, squeezing my back. A lot of people are going to say, oh yeah, but you're pulling your shoulders out. On this movement, I am focusing on keeping my shoulders down. Okay, what's allowing me to perform this movement as heavy as possible is the fact that when I'm going up, I'm leaning forward slightly. Okay, so when the bar's going up, I'm coming forward slightly with my chest. When I'm pulling down, I'm leaning back slightly with my chest. So you can see that I'm engaging my lats. I'm really trying to keep my shoulders down as much as possible, and then just really focus on contracting in the back. We've literally got maybe a minute left, so I'm going to try and talk as much as possible with growing. Make sure that you're in a calorie surplus. I'm moving on to something now called surf the rack. If you've never done surf the rack, you need to try it. It's a great finishing exercise. It was kind of a rushed workout this. Didn't have much time, so we just got in, blasted it out. I started on 70 pounds, contracting as many times as possible with the barbell, dropping it down 60 pounds as many as possible, 50 as many as possible, 40 as many as possible, and then down to 30. I think I even went down to 20. I got down to 30 and I thought, right, I'm done. Lauren looked at me and was like, come on, you've got one more bar to do. So I was like, right, okay, so the next clip, you're going to see me with a 20-pound barbell, contracting and looking like I'm in pain. I know this looks rushed, this looks terrible, but the clip is just sped up. So here I am with a 20-pound barbell, and you can see here that I'm blowing up. Just make sure, guys, when you are trying to grow, you're in a calorie surplus. If you're trying to lose, you need to be in a calorie deficit, okay? You can check all my other stuff out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. You can look on my website, andy.james.spooner.co.uk. Have any questions, do post them underneath. I'm happy to answer them all the time. I want to give you guys as much information as possible.